We have a special research going on this weekend, which is going to be something extraordinary, featuring Keldeo in Pokemon Go. So today we're going to check out, is that going to be worth your time, energy, effort, and resources in Pokemon Go? And when you do it, what are going to be the things that you look out for? So right now, let's get into the research to see exactly what is going on. So if you guys are seeing this after the quest line and have already bought it, or do not care about the quest line, you just want to know how good Keldeo is, check the timestamps below and jump to Best of the Best featuring Keldeo. All right, so stage number 1, we have make 3 curveball throws for 500 Stardust. Catch 10 Pokemon for an Oshawott encounter. Take a snapshot of a wild Pokemon for 10 Great Balls. Then we have 2 rare candies, a Machoke, and 2 silver pineapple berries. In stage number 2, we have battle a team leader 3 times for 750 Stardust. Catch 5 different species of Pokemon for a Staryu encounter. Power up a Pokemon 5 times for a TM. And then we have 2 rare candies, Brainloom encounter, and 2 silver pineapple berries. In stage number 3, we have battle in a raid for 1000 Stardust. Catch 5 fighting type for a Buizel encounter that can be shiny. Evolve 5 Pokemon for 3 incubators. Then we get 2 rare candies, Scraggy encounter, and 2 silver pineapple berries. In stage number 4, we have battle in the Go Battle League 5 times for 1250 Stardust. Catch 7 different species of Pokemon for a Marill encounter. And then we have use 5 berries to help catch a Pokemon for 2 Incenses, for 2 rare candies, a Poliwrath encounter, and 2 silver pineapple berries. And then we have win a raid for 1500 Stardust. Earn 5 hearts with your buddy for an Alomomola encounter, and feed your buddy 3 times for a TM. And then we get the Keldeo. We get 2 rare candies, then we get silver pineapple berries in the quantity of 2, and just remember the Keldeo 100% IV is going to be 1585. And then we have win in the Go Battle League for 1500 Stardust. Catch 15 fighting type Pokemon for a Temple encounter. Make 3 great throws in a row for 2 super incubators for grand total rewards of 2 rare candies, a Medicham encounter, and then 2 silver pineapple berries. And then finally we have take 3 snapshots of Keldeo for a Tortuga encounter. And just remember, Tortuga can be a shiny. We have take a snapshot of a grass type Pokemon for 2000 Stardust, steel type Pokemon, and a rock type Pokemon, all for 2000 Stardust. And then finally you will get 2 rare candies, 20 Keldeo candy, and a Keldeo t-shirt. Alrighty, so that's everything you guys do have to know. The one thing that I am going to point out is that the one point I always try to make is patience pays off in Pokemon Go. For instance, majority of people ended up getting Mew if they didn't purchase the research during GoFest and Celebi and so forth. However, at the same time, $7-8 for the research. I mean, for me personally, I like the game, I play the game, I support the game. So for me, obviously, they might not always make the best decisions or the things that I think are the best, but at the same time, I do enjoy playing this game. So it is something that I am going to participate in. Obviously, each and every one of you has to decide that. Do you want Keldeo? Do you like Keldeo? So with that said, I want to make sure we know everything about Keldeo in Pokemon Go. Where does it sit for PvP as a meta attacker? And because now it is going to be getting Sacred Sword, what is this Pokemon going to be best served as? Is it going to be a really good Pokemon, or do you just want to pass over and wait potentially that at some point we will be able to get this from a free research quest line that I do believe will happen? But there is no guarantees that's going to happen, so take this for a grain of salt. I am going to be doing it. Let me know what you guys do, because this research is going to go down from 10 a.m. on December 10th, and it will end on the 11th Sunday at 10 p.m. But all you have to do is go into the game during this time with the purchase, claim the research, and then you can do it at your free will at any time. There is nothing timed about this. This is a permanent research that you guys will have. And the Keldeo 100% IV is going to be 1585. Okay, so with that said, there is also going to be a little bit of an event going around this time too. So Incense, for people that have tickets, will attract increased numbers of Machop, Hitmonlee, Hitmonchan, Hitmontop, all great Pokemon, all great shinies in there. Machop being a very relevant meta attacker for the Shadow. Really good in the GBL. If you guys want to see the full tips to get you guys out here, you can check it out. Additionally speaking, we are going to be getting Beldum. Beldum is an amazing Pokemon because at some point it does have a Mega Metagross. In the Shadow form, very effective. And in the Master League, the regular form, very effective. All great for 100% IVs here. And then we also have Temple and Ferroseed. So those Pokemon are going to be out there as well, attracted to the Incense for ticket holders during this weekend event. So yes, it is a little bit of event, a little bit of incentive, but if you don't want it, honestly, these Pokemon, except the Beldum, are spawning in the wild virtually. The Temple and as well as the Ferroseed, not really so much, but honestly speaking, most of us have seen a lot of those in a bunch of different events. So if you want those, it is a good add-on right there. So Keldeo in Pokemon Go is going to be a water and a fighting type Pokemon. It is going to max out at 4181. However, it is a mythical Pokemon, so it's going to be virtually impossible to be able to get XL candy for this Pokemon. So just pointing that out for you guys. It has an attack of 260, a defense of 192, and a stamina of 209. So pretty even keeled on with most of the other mythical Pokemon in Pokemon Go. With it being a dual typing, its weaknesses are going to be Psychic, Grass, Flying, Fairy, and Electric for a grand total of 5. And it's going to be resistant to Bug, Dark, Fire, Ice, Rock, Steel, and Water. And I'm just going to put this in here here that the shiny is pretty cool with changing the blue into the green if you guys do want to check it out. And then as far as its moveset, it is going to get low kick, which is a fighting move, and poison jab for its quick moves. So these moves for the double fighting is good, but it doesn't get double stab water as well, which is definitely going to be problematic for making it a very good water type attacker. And as far as the charge moves, it will be getting close combat, hydro pump, X scissor. It will also be getting aqua jet, and then finally it's going to get the legacy move not mentioned here of sacred soar, which is one of the more premier fighting type movesets. So for this Pokemon, let's see what's going to be its best moveset combination here. Starting at the top, we do have low kick and sacred sword at a ER of 43.6, poison jab sacred sword at 42.19. Then we do have low kick and hydro pump at 36 right there, poison jab hydro pump 34, low kick close combat at 33, and then on the way down we do have X scissor at 31 and aqua jet at 28. So right off the bat, the sacred sword is going to be the best moveset that we do have. So with that said, now let's get into the fighting type category. What's going to be the best here? At the top, Mega Lucario, Mega Heracross, ER of 53, then 48, Mega Blaziken, which is out right now, counter focus blast at 47.57, and then we have Terrakion, double kick sacred sword at 46.35, followed closely by Keldeo, 43.6, and then Shadow Machamp, 42.72, Mega Gallade in there, Urshifu, and then Shadow Hariyama at the bottom at 40.88. So yes, it is the second best overall fighting type in the game besides Megas. Third best available in the game right now. It's above Shadow Machamp, which is quite impressive. However, this Pokemon is going to be requiring rare candy to be able to power it up, and it is also going to be one of the more premium Pokemon in the game because the XL candy is virtually impossible to get. So now you have to raid in person to be able to get the XL rare candy, which is relatively rare, then contribute it towards this Pokemon, and I do believe there are going to be better choices than Keldeo and Pokemon Go. So powering it up to level 40 if you get a good one would be effective, but going beyond that, I don't think it's too worth it, honestly, even as one of the top fighting type attackers, because Terrakion is much easier to get XL candy, but Shadow Machamp is the easiest to be able to get XL candy. So that's going to be what my take is for this one, and then on to the water type attackers as well. For the top water type attackers in the game, we have Mega Swampert at the top at an ER of 51.42, and then we have Primal Kyogre, Mega Blastoise, Ash Greninja, Mega Gyarados. We have Shadow Swampert. Palkia is going to be the first available at 41, Shadow Feraligatr 41, Kyogre 40.59, Shadow Gyarados, and then on to the second page we have Samurott, Mega Sharpedo, Empoleon, Swampert, Kingler, and then we have Keldeo at 36.06. So the one benefit about the Keldeo here is that it is going to be low kick and hydro pump here, so you can definitely multi-purpose this Pokemon because it does not get a stab water move for the double stab bonus, which would then really make me curious about if it did get an optimal moveset. It would probably be a lot higher than some of these Pokemon, but unfortunately it is not going to be right now. If it ever does get one of these moveset updates, we will definitely check it out. So now let's move into GBL and see where this Pokemon does sit. For the Ultra League, it's not really going to be too well ranked at 299, but for the Master League, it's going to be ranked 66, and that is including with the XL candy. However, this Pokemon is going to recommend the moveset of Poison Jab, Sacred Sword, and Hydro Pump combination. So you will not be able to multi-purpose using the double kick and the Sacred Sword to have access to the optimal moveset for this Pokemon in Pokemon Go. So with that said, guys, I mean, there's not really too much more for us to look at here. This Pokemon, great. Would I really recommend that you get this Pokemon? No. Is it one of the top fighting types in the game? Yes, but it does come with a premium. So if you do decide to get it, obviously, if you get a good one, powering it up to level 40 would be pretty cool. But beyond that is probably not really the best idea for us. So that's going to do it, guys. Appreciate you guys being here as always. To all my likers, comments, subscribers, Patreon members, everybody take support, subscription, if it's to the next level. See you guys out on the next video. Peace.
I want to take this time to thank everybody who supports me in every facet. It means the world to me, and an extra special thank you to all my Patreons. I greatly appreciate the extra support to continue to allow me to pursue Pokemon Go full time, allowing me to create my daily video uploads in the most timely fashion for everyone's benefit. Plus, I get the amazing experience of sharing my creative processes behind the scenes and raiding all around the globe with select upper tiers. Thank you everybody for being a part of the Trainer Club. You all mean the absolute world to me, and I will see you guys out on the next video.